Chavre, hello. Today is Purim. Happy Purim, Afreiliche Purim. We are going to speak a thought for the festival, Purim, and connect it to the Parsha Shashavua Mirza Hashem. But first, as usual, we'll start with a pasuk from the Rebbe's Kapitel. We've spoken on this pasuk many times. Pasuk Yud Ches Kapitel Kuf Yutes. Gal Einai. Uncover my eyes, that I may gaze at hidden things from your Torah. So we're saying, uncover my eyes. In other words, the treasure is there, the truth is there, in the object. The problem could be in me, in my eyes. And therefore the request is, Gal Einai, open up my eyes. My eyes should see the truth. My eyes should have good vision. Today is Purim, and there's many things to talk about in Purim, but in particular, the known subject. But today we will speak about it, drawing focus on a certain point, which I never thought about before, but I learned the Sikha from the Rebbe this year with the project Lekutei Sichas, and it inspired me greatly, because it focuses on the concept of being woke. And we'll see what the Torah definition of being woke is. So, we speak about Esther, Megillas Esther. Everyone knows what the Gemara says. Esther min ha-Torah menayin. Where is there a hint to the name of Torah, to the name of Esther in the Torah? And the pasuk says, "V'hanoichi haster haster." There's a pasuk in the Torah that says, "I will hide and hide," a double hiding, a great level of concealment. So the name Esther means concealed, hidden. Also, interestingly, in the Megillah, that's the only of the Sfarim, Sifrei Kodesh, where it doesn't say Hashem's name. Hashem's name is not explicit in the Megillah. In general, we all know the lesson of the holiday of Purim is that this was a holiday where there was no revealed miracles. It's just that the sequence of events was so unbelievable, the Hashgacha Pratis, that it was revealed that it could be only that Hashem was in control. Every single detail followed the previous one in an exact sequence that was so beyond normal chances that it was obvious that it was the hand of Hashem, but it was totally in the realm of nature. That's the story of Purim. We also see, interestingly, so we made clear that that's why Hashem's name is not revealed, because the idea is that we're meant to see God in nature. And that was the miracle of Purim. Now, there's another Gemara which says that Esther nimshala l'shachar. Esther is compared to dawn. It seems a bit paradoxical. Here we say Esther represents darkness, and here we say Esther represents dawn. But the point is actually that Esther is the dawn that follows the darkness. In other words, she reveals the true nature of the darkness, that it wasn't really darkness. That's the point. Now, we also know concerning the Megillah, it also says, Balaylahu nadada, that in the middle of the night, the Achashverosh woke up. And we say that that was also connected to the concept of the miracle, and that's when the real miracle started. Now, also, what is dawn? Dawn, Esther, which is called Shachar, dawn is about waking up. You wake up at the dawn. So what's the idea of waking up? So, according to what Chassidus explains in general, the idea of being awake means, in contrast to being asleep, that when you're asleep, your head and your feet are exactly equal. When you look at a person when he's sleeping, he could be a cow. He could be an animal. In other words, there's no distinction between his higher faculties and his lower faculties. His head and his feet are equal. We don't see the use of the head. We don't see how he's manifest the distinction between man and beast when a person's asleep. So what does it mean to be awake? To be awake, it means that your qualities are shining, that your superiority is obvious. We could also say it means that your value system is in order. Not like we say today about many people, they know the price of everything, but the value of nothing. Today you could know the price of everything. You could spend your life on eBay, but you know the value of nothing. So this is what it means to be awake. To be awake means that you're living life as you're meant to live as a person. Your mind is dominating. Your qualities shine. There's the domination of the spirit over matter. When you're asleep, all you are is one piece of matter, a body. So this is what it means to be awake. And it's very important to be awake. We also say the first thing you got to do to accomplish your dreams, to make your dreams happen, is to get up. Is to wake up. You got to wake up. Now the Rebbe, in that sikha that I was speaking about before, when he speaks about the idea that Esther is compared to Shachar, dawn, he says that this is the inner meaning, this idea of dawn. And what does dawn mean? Dawn means that your true beauty pierces the darkness, pierces whatever cover-ups, pierces whatever environment it's in and shines through. That's the idea of dawn. You break through the darkness and the real you shines. And the Rebbe connected, and this is what inspired me greatly, to the Din in Shulchan Aruch. At the beginning of the code of Jewish law, it says as follows: V'chein tzarich kol adam b'boker. Every single person in the morning is meant to is Gabriel Yitzhak Kari, to overcome his inclination, like a lion. Lokum mishnasei koydem eir haboker la'avodas boirei, to rise from sleep before dawn to serve his Creator. Kidei sheyehei hu ma'ireh shachar, so that you will rouse the morning. As the verse says, I will wake the dawn, which implies Ani ma'ireh hashachar ve'ein hashachar meir oisi. I will wake the dawn will not wake me. V'zu midah beinanis. This is the intermediate standard of conduct. So until now, when I learned this law in the Code of Jewish Law, I thought it's relating to a particular thing in the morning. In general, a person is meant to wake up before it's light, so that you wake up the dawn, so to speak. And that's a law about getting up in the morning. But now, learning the Rebbe Sikha, this is a statement about a Jew in general. You're meant to wake up the dawn before the dawn wakes you, because you are the dawn. You break through the darkness. You are constantly awake. You are a woke Jew. And what does it mean, the woke Jew? The woke Jew is a state of the Jew where Jewishness is aroused, where Jewishness is stimulated, where Jewishness is Yiddishkeit, is prominent, even before he says Moidani lefanecha, even before he washes Negavasa. That's it. You're awake. You're woke. And this is the true meaning of woke. It means that you have your priorities right, and you have your values right, and you know what's a virtue, etc., etc., etc. The connection to this week's parsha is an obvious one, because in this week's parsha is the only parsha in the Torah where Moshe's name is not mentioned. Similar to the idea that in the Megillah Hashem's name is not mentioned. Similar to the idea that Esther represents the idea of, on one hand, hidden, concealed. So Moshe is not in this week's parsha, he's hidden. But guess what? There's a tremendous Megala Amukas which says the follows: that the revealed Moshe is not in the parsha, but there's a different way how we spell in Hebrew a name. There's something which is called the regular spelling, and then there's the Miluyim. And the Miluyim is when we spell it out fully. So for example, a mem is spelled out fully, mem. Shin is spelled out shin yud langenun. And hey, is spelled out Hey Aleph. So the Megala Amuka says as follows. If you add up the numerical value of the numbers, Mem, the Miluyim of how the name Moshe is spelled, we have Mem, which equals 40, Yud and Nun equals 60, and Aleph is 1. Altogether, it equals 101. And the Megala Amuka says there are 101 psukim in Parshas Tetzaveh. That means that Moshe is not written in the Parsha in a revealed way, but the hidden Moshe is hidden throughout the whole Parsha. He's there. But what level of Moshe is there? Not the revealed Moshe, the hidden Moshe, the way Moshe is spelt a different way. Now, the explanation of this is that, as explained in Chassidus, that the fact that Moshe's name is not written in the Torah, as we know, it's because Moshe Rabbeinu told Hashem when Hashem said that he wants to destroy the Jewish nation because of the sin of the golden calf. And Moshe said, if you destroy the Jews, take my name out of the Sefer Torah. And to remember that idea, and as a punishment, Moshe's name is not mentioned in one parsha, because he said, if you don't forgive the Jews, take out my name. But according to Chassidus, it's not a punishment at all. On the contrary, there's two levels of a person. There's the revealed level of a person, his revealed faculties, the regular level of capacity that he's operating on, and then there's the hidden level, latent powers, dormant powers, the inner resources, the real you. So this is what Chassidus says, that in the Parsha of Tetzaveh is the level of Moshe Rabbeinu, which is higher than his name, higher than a label. The name is only one aspect of a person, a revelation, a manifestation, an emanation, a projection. But where is the essence? The essence is higher than a name. The essence of Moshe, because he went on self-sacrifice for the Jewish nation, is revealed, so to speak, in Parshas Tetzaveh. The hidden Moshe is in Parshas Tetzaveh, as we mentioned before from the Megala Amukas. So what's the common denominator from the Megillah and from Parshas Tetzaveh? That sometimes when something seems as it's hidden, really the essence is there, the higher level. And so it is true concerning the miracle of Purim. Chassidus explains that when we have a miracle which has been clothed in nature, it's even a higher level of a miracle, without explaining it right now. So therefore that answers in general. Some people, they come along and they say they don't see miracles in their life, nothing extraordinary happens. Well, this is the answer. Purim was celebrating how the ordinary is extraordinary. See the extraordinary in the ordinary. It's not ordinary. That's the whole point. And there's a story, just to give one example, we spoke about this concept many times, about how Elikus, godliness, is in the eyes of the beholder. Galeinai. Put on the right pair of glasses with 20/20 vision and you'll see properly. So there's one, just to give one example, in a Sikha, the Friedrich Rebbe says a story of how him and his father once saw a military parade. And he's describing how they were looking at this parade and all the soldiers were dressed up and everything was in perfect unison and it was gorgeous and etc. Anyways, I'm just going to read some of the words that the Friedrich Rebbe says. Hat der Tate zu mir gesagt, that das ist a Hezber auf dem Inyan für Chochmah d'Atzilus. He was watching this parade and looking at this parade. He said, this is an explanation. It brings clarification to the level of Chochmah d'Atzilus, which is like the highest level of Seder Shtalshalis, the first level. Chochmah, God's attribute of wisdom and knowledge. And then the Friedrich Rebbe finishes off after he says this story. The Tate is as they given zugir zusammengebunden mit Chassidus. My father was so bound up to Chassidus, as was hat gesehen, whatever he saw, hat nicht gesehen die Sach, wie es weiß sich kipshute. When he looked at anything, he didn't see the way it looked like in its simple, mundane, external appearance. No, wie das is in Inyone Elikus. He saw how it was as a reflection of godliness. Und das is ahira, this is what the Friedrich Rebbe says. And this is a lesson For a oivid, anyone who's serious about his connection to Hashem. As vasa zet and vasa hert, whatever he sees and whatever he hears, so does der Herren in dem emes in Indian. Try to see the truth for what the truth is and see the divinity which is in it. There's a word that I heard in the name of Rabbi Yael, which I love so much. It's such a Chabad word that he was once bringing Purim in his house, and a couple of people came into the house and they were rowdy, as the custom amongst many Jews on Purim. They're like Lebedik and Freilach, and you're meant to be intoxicated. So Rabbi Yael told him, he looked at them with a very serious face. Purim is the Ernst Yantiv, he lisps. He says, Purim is the Ernst Yantiv. Love the L'tzanih Fatishabov. He says, Purim is a serious holiday. Leave the jokes for Tisha B'Av, which is meant to be like the most saddest Yantiv. Obviously, it doesn't mean that you should make jokes on Tisha B'Av, but he's trying to bring out we're meant to be focused and realize Purim has very, very deep, supreme lessons that we're meant to take, as we discussed today, about seeing godliness, training yourself to see the miraculous in the mundane, to see the extraordinary in the ordinary. And we have to work on ourselves to be able to do that. And to always see in the hidden the revealed. As there's a Hasidic song that some Hasidim say there's two ways how to sing it. One way is to sing it slow, and one way is to sing it with a more lively tempo. The slow version goes, O nato ato kel mistater, O nato ato kel mistater. But then some Chassidim sing it with a lively tempo. O ato kel mistater, O ato kel mistater. They sing it more lively. So one point is to say, yes, this world is a cover-up. Ato kel mistater. This world's a cover-up. We don't see godliness. It's not revealed. But then there's a deeper meaning. Ato kel mistater. In the hiddenness, we see the Ata. We see the level of God in His essence, the essence of Hashem. May they wish to help that the essence of Hashem should be revealed. Gal einai v'abita. We should see it. We shouldn't have to see in the hidden. Mashiach should come right now. They should help that it should be v'nahapachu. Everything should be turned upside down, transformed, a makeover. The world is made over, like in the story of Purim, where the nature itself we saw was made over and was directly working in tandem with what Hashem wanted in a revealed way in the nature. So too should be v'nahapachu. Anyone who has anything in their life where things have to be turned around, so should it be. B'toiv ha'nirav ha'nigla. Happy Purim. Afreilich Purim. Begula mitzvah shlema. Take it from miyad mamish. Posting from my home, Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach, your man in Melbourne.